Hello everybody, welcome dear listener to a new episode of our podcast, الرفوف, which we decided to be in English so that we will be familiar with every part in our library contents. Our story is about fascinating adventure. The name of the book is Life of Pi by Canadian author Mارتل. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am the student صالح المخينية, a member of Learning Resource Group, and I am really happy to present today's episode. The story events revolve around an Indian boy named Pi, who was born in one of the French neighborhoods. After a while, his father decided to return to the Indian neighborhood and turn the Planet Garden event into a zoo. The interesting events being after the boy Pi met the Bengali tiger named Richard Parker, and his father took him away from the tiger because he was afraid that the tiger would eat him Pi hands when he would give him a piece of meat. After that, Pi's father picked a small goat and bring it into the tiger cage. The tiger attacked on the goat and standing in front of Pi. And after that, Pi was traumatized from his childhood and lost his sense of a great part of life. On one day, Pi's father decided to sell the garden and move to live in America and take the animals with him to America. The journey was to travel across the sea on one of the largest ships. The journey was beautiful and calm, but when the ship reached the Marina Trench, which is the deepest place on Earth, a big storm destroyed the ship and causing the death of the Pi family and many of the animals that were on the ship. After that, Pi jumped in one of the lifeboats. Pi survived, and he had with him a hyena, a zebra, and a monkey. Richard, the tiger, was drowning, but Pi saved his life. Then the storm ended, and Pi remained clinging to the boat because he was afraid of the tiger and the hyena. And in the morning, when the hyena woke up, he ate the zebra and the monkey. And suddenly, the tiger Richard came out of under the cover that was in the boat and ate the hyena. He was trying to eat Pi, but Pi jumped into the sea. And after that, the tiger slept. So Pi returned to the boat, and he tied his Pi to some of the oars that was in the boat and tied the remaining rope to the boat. Pi sat in the sea on the Pi and was eating from the emergency food that was in the boat, and he found a book explaining how to survive at sea. After several days has passed in the sea, Pi had finished reading the book and discovered that when a noise sound were made, it would cause distress and stress the animal, and the waves would make the animal feel dizzy, and thus the animal could be controlled. So Pi used the whistle to make a noise that would annoy the tiger, and he was Pi shaking the boat with a rope. It didn't work the first time, but Pi did not give up. He kept trying until he was able to control the tiger Richard. But then the food finished, and Pi started to feel nervous and started thinking that he will die without food. While Pi was thinking, a storm came and the rain fell hard, and Pi and the tiger were going to fall off the boat. Pi was crying and screaming that there was no one left for him in this world. only this tiger remained for him, and he don't want to lose him. After the storm ended and the next morning had found themselves on a green island. Even the land of the island was full of green roots, whose color was red on the inside, and its taste was delicious. The island was full of small animals. The water was fresh, even thought the water was from the sea. Pi and the tiger were very happy because he thought that they might survive on the island, but in reality, the island was a living island that sinned at the night and won't eat anything on it. So Pi and the tiger decided to leave the island that night. Pi and the tiger fell asleep after seeing the sea glowing and shining as if there were stars dancing in it. When they wake up in the morning, Pi found himself throwing on the beach in Mexico. After that, Richard the tiger entered the forest, and Pi lost consciousness. 2 hours later, a group of people came to him and took him to the hospital. And here we have reached the end of our episode for today, and I hope you enjoy it. We meet you again inshallah in a new episode of Podcast بين الرفوف.